These are the Sennheiser HD6XXs, and they were released back in 2016 as a crowd-funded and collaborative project between Sennheiser and Mastrop. The HD6XX is an exact copy of the HD650. Everything about it, from the build quality to the sound quality, is exactly the same, even the manufacturing process. Everything except for the color and the price. As of making this video, they currently go for 220 USD on Mastrop, or 320 Australian after conversion before shipping. Aesthetically, this is a minimalist design headphone with very minimal branding on it. The only branding visible is this very faint Sennheiser branding across the headband. You have the two HD6XX marking on each side, and then you have the Mastrop logo on the inside. And on the other side you have a barcode, which is to help identify for when you need to cover for warranty. At first glance, the headphones look black, but under correct lighting they come off as a very nice midnight blue. And on the side you have these massive grills, which is to expose the driver, which is to signify that these are an open back design headphone. However, more on that later. Comfort wise, these are possibly the most comfortable headphones I have owned. Everything from the clamp force to the padding to the comfort straps, all of which I'm very big fans of, and they're also lightweight. And they've been my daily driver for about the past month, and I've been using everything from gaming to music listening to video editing and even podcast mixing. And I could easily keep them on my head for about 4 or 5 hours plus without feeling any strain. I can't say the same about any of most other headphones I've owned. From my opinion, the comfort just comes from a combination of the comfort straps, the headband, the pads, and the clamp force. However, comfort is also subjective, and I have heard complaints that some users find the clamp force is a bit too tight. Some find that the headband digs into the head. So make sure, if you have the opportunity, to try before you buy, to say the least. If you can't find a store with the HD6XX specifically, just ask to demo the HD650s, as the experience is near identical. The build quality is a typical German standard, very high quality. Although it's plastic and very lightweight, it's not a very cheap feeling plastic. It's a very nice feeling plastic, and the metal grills on the side help give it the little bit of premium feel that it should have. The fabric padding as well is very soft, but again, only time will really tell on how long they truly last. I've heard that they can last forever, but I've also heard that either the pads themselves or the insides wear out. And the adjustment tabs are made of this nice metal material. I can't tell if that's aluminium or something else, but they definitely don't feel like they're going to snap anytime soon. I feel like if you want to snap them or break them, you're going to have to really force it, but that's not a good idea with these. And now arguably the most important part, sound quality. How do they sound? Generally everything I say corroborates really well with what has already been said about them. Now please keep in mind that I am driving these off a FiiO K5 Pro. I have heard claims that these can sound much drastically different with tube amplifiers. However, I cannot comment on that as I do not own a tube amp. Now these headphones really excel in mids and vocals while attaining a flat sound signature. The bass, the lows and the highs are present. However, they're not very overpowering, which contributes to that flat sound signature. And the main benefits of a flat sound signature is that they're not as fatiguing to listen to in comparison to very bright or very dark headphones. And combine that as well with these comfort straps, again, they contribute to, for me, those long listening sessions that I could go for with these pair. Now going back to the open back design, it would suggest that these have a very wide soundstage. However, these are very narrow and intimate sounding headphones, which can be a good thing because they contribute to that really intimate feeling of the right up your face vocals that these really are defined for. However, if you're looking for something with a wide soundstage, I would suggest looking elsewhere. But I have heard the argument as well that the narrow soundstage is due to the nature of listening to stereo music on headphones. And then I've also heard on the other side that these problems can be rectified using EQ. Imaging, in my experience, has been fine with these headphones. Whenever I'm playing like Counter-Strike or Valorant, I could still clearly define where my opponents and my enemies are. But I've heard there are also complaints about imaging with these headphones. However, I personally don't have anything against it. And generally the sound quality is really good on these. Like, again, these are possibly the best set of headphones I've ever owned for sound quality. Now, because they are the open back design, I don't recommend these for traveling. One, they don't isolate very well, so you'll be hearing your entire environment around you. And two, you'll be leaking a lot of sound, so chances are the person next to you will hear exactly what you're hearing. However, for stay at home and studio use, these are perfectly fine. Again, I use them for pretty much everything I do at the moment, and they work brilliantly. The cable, in my opinion, doesn't feel very nice. I'm definitely going to consider purchasing a braided cable replacement. And the 300 ohm impedance, I would definitely suggest picking up an amplifier alongside with these. You could run these off a phone, tablet, or a laptop. However, I just don't believe you'll be getting the full potential out of those. Overall, these are a great pair of headphones if you're looking to upgrade your audio game or step into the realm of expensive audiophile equipment, or even just add to your collection. These, in my opinion, are just an amazing buy. And if you're already considering wanting to purchase a 650s, I would suggest, if you can, get these instead, as you would be saving yourself a little bit of money in comparison to it. Other than that, thanks for watching.